I want you to listen very carefully to what I'm about to teach you. It will not only just improve your results, grant you a place amongst the national top achievers in the whole entire country, and grant you the ability to be placed in the most competitive degrees in the country. Hi, my name is Kinsey Kinsani, and I'm gonna teach you how to prepare for Matric in December. Okay? Before we talk about your test books, your study guides, and etc., I want to touch on some elements that are very crucial in preparation for your matric year. And one of those is your mindset, because your mindset is actually more important than the journey. And some of you have a fixed mindset where you believe your capabilities or your capacity to think is actually limited, and that's why your grades are fixed in your 60s, in your 80s. Some of you can have a fixed mindset even if you're a top achiever as well, and that's why you're not breaking through to those 100%. We want those hundreds, okay? And we want you to improve. So your mindset, you guys have to really work on that, because studying believing that you're gonna achieve your goals, achieve the future that you have set for yourself, you actually study knowing that I can, and if you don't understand something, you actually fight to understand it. So studying hits differently when you start believing in yourself and believing that you can achieve all those goals that you set out for yourself. Okay. And secondly, we're going to look at understanding exam patterns. So you can study as much past papers as you want, hundreds, etc., but if you don't understand the pattern, because like matric, you won't know everything, guys. This is facts and facts. You won't know each and everything, and that's why actually analyzing past papers and analyzing patterns will be very important. That's what differentiates people who are getting 80s to those who are getting 90s and hundreds, etc. Is actually they understand the pattern. They study past papers or practice with strategy. Understand? They're not just practicing. They actually analyzing past papers, and you actually start realizing that exams are no longer scary. Because like you can actually predict what's gonna happen, what's gonna come out. Miss Anchor is very good at analyzing patterns, and she actually predicts your finals very well actually. And now past papers are very key, as these are key, like when I say they're quite important, and how you actually use them, this is very the most important element, because you can put yourself in the shoes of the examiner when you actually use past papers. So next of the next thing, well, we can look at how your schedule is important. December is a time of rest, and also, you, since you're going to matric, you can also work as well. So since it's a time of rest and work, I want you to balance, because you don't want to get too exhausted and too burnt out before you even start the journey. Because if you're gonna run around, okay, think about it like this: you're gonna be attending till late classes next year on Saturdays and Sundays. If you have those teachers who are like, I want to push my learners, also depending on like your school's performance. Like, if your school performed bad the previous year, like they're just gonna push you guys to a limit. You're gonna go to school camps as well. So I want you to pace yourself and also rest, because it's gonna be a long and fast journey. Just like it's fast and like, so I need you guys to rest but also rest as well. This, you also have to pray, guys, because many people are gonna go through this journey and it's gonna be different for everyone. Some of you guys are it's gonna be bumpy. Personally, at the end it was quite bumpy, but I was not shaken or afraid, because God is with me, girl. Like, girl or boy, like, God is with me, And, my friends went through a lot as well. So I want you guys to pray, guys. And God knows what's going to be in those finals. And I don't want the season to be in vain. You work hard and you realize at the end it's in vain. That's the most painful thing you can ever experience. You have to sow and reap. Understand? You have to sow and reap the fruits of your labor. You can't just sow and not reap. So I want you guys to pray that God directs you to what you need to study. Okay, this is the first segment of the